Yes guys, welcome back to episode 4 of this backtesting series that we are doing. So we can see down here that we are currently up 12%, which is 12,000 on a 100k account, risking 1%, and that is in 3 months. So 12% over 3 months is extremely good, and we're heading straight into April now. So without further ado boys, there's not much more to say. Let's get straight into it, alright? So let's get straight into April. We already know the drill, what we're looking for now. Everyone should hopefully be able to just go out and start looking for these setups yourselves and start backtesting this model yourself as well. So what we wanted to see here was a sweep of Asia high. We haven't got that, so we will leave that for now. Sort of in a bit of sideways price action, we want to be avoiding this ideally. So unless we have an impulsive move in a direction, but so we have a nice move up there, but the 4 hour I'm guessing is still, yeah, it's looking choppy. So likely to avoid this day as well. Or continue up, which is good. So hopefully tomorrow we can have a setup for a buy. Looks like we're going to continue upwards massively. Massive push up there. Nothing to see at all. We're coming back down now. We could still be looking for buys here on the 4th. Potentially. If we come down, we've had a sweep. Let's get straight onto that 1 minute time frame and see if we can get a break of structure of any sort here. Although we have had quite a big pull back, I mean, after sweeping. We would need to see quite a big energetic move. Nothing there. I mean, we did have a break of structure here, but there wasn't a fib. There wasn't a 1 minute inversion here, so there would have been nothing there to take. It looks like we're just going to continue downwards, which is against the way we were looking to trade. I mean, once we see a big move like that, realistically, we're not going to be looking for buys anymore on that day. So we will skip that. And we also won't just be looking for sells just because of that move there, because you can see here on the 4 hour, if we're looking at just this candle, we are still technically in an uptrend. Okay, so we've had a big move up here, and technically if price reversed from here, you know, we'd still be in an uptrend if we created a higher low. So at the end of the day, those two timeframes are not aligning. So you know what we do, we stay out of the markets when those two pairs are not aligning. Or not two pairs, those two timeframes, sorry. So here we can start looking for sells. If we get a sweep like that, let's check the 4 hours broken structure to the downside. It has. We've had a candle closure to the downside, which is nice. The hourly is looking good. Oh, I needed to clip my neck. Right, this doesn't look the best price action though, I must admit. What are we, 6 AM, 7 AM? Okay, so we've had a sweep in London here. We have had a sweep. We haven't had a break of structure though. This is the recent structure point. We've had no structure on this move up. So let's see if we actually get a break of structure here. We do have a new break of structure here, having created a new low. So we do have a break of structure now, but I'm not personally seeing this retrace. Oh, I could be wrong. We'll pull the fib out in case we get a retracement, but it's looking unlikely. Yeah, we're just going to continue down. It's getting late in the day now, and we're just continuing to move down. So again, nothing there. What day are we now? So we are the 7th of April. So let's see if we can skip to the next day and see if we have a trade tomorrow. So we are now on the 8th of April. Let's see if we have anything. So we've had a push up here. We've had a sweep here actually. What time is this? This is 6:44, but we've had a sweep. So potentially if we have a nice move down here, we could potentially start looking for something here. We'll see how far price goes down before we get a pullback. So you know what we look for. If we have a nice move down, we can look for a tap into this fib range here and then start looking for an inversion. What does this look like here? Have we tapped in? Having to actually bring myself really close there. It looks like we've just about tapped in there. Let's see if we actually get an inversion. We might push further up anyway. We push further up anyway. And that is really nice. That is very, very clean right there. That is almost textbook. That is almost textbook right there. We will put stops just above the high here. as we always do, and target, you already know, 2 risk to reward. Let's get it. This looks really, really clean. We can see here. So just before London Open, we've had a sweep of a lot of liquidity. We can see there's a lot like equal highs resting here, and we've had an instant move to the downside. We're now in London session or Frankfurt session. We're tapping into the fib here, and we've had an instant response to the downside here. So this looks extremely nice. We will place an order here, 1% risk. Why is that 1.995? No idea, but it is 1% risk. Oh, maybe this isn't down enough. Maybe that was why. Now we're not 2R for some reason. There we go. Alright, let's place that order. Oh, what's going on here? 1%. It's still not giving us 2k profit for some reason, but we can see that we're looking for exactly that. We've placed this trade on. Let's see how it runs. Go on to 10 minutes, skip by 10 minutes. What a reaction. It's lagging a little bit for some reason. And there we go, straight to TP. What a beautiful trade. If you're interested to catch trades like what we've just hit, then make sure to check out the Discord, which is linked on this YouTube channel, and head over to the apply for VIP section and apply for our VIP, where you will get a completely free call with ourselves, and you can choose a package of your choice that suits exactly your needs, and you can learn to take these trades yourself. So make sure to head over to the apply for VIP section now in the Discord linked in this YouTube channel. Now let's carry on with the video. What a beautiful trade. Wow. This almost looks staged. Like, this strategy is actually blowing me away a little bit. Like, this isn't my usual 5-minute break of structure, as you guys know. But obviously all of the other confluences, we're looking for the bias every single time we're trading with the bias, and you can just see how effective it works. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. So yeah, there's trade number 1, and that is just about a week into April. So the whole of last week, I'm pretty sure we didn't take a trade, which is normal, as you guys would have seen from these episodes. So let's continue. Let's continue onwards right now. Let's go to 1 hour and let's run through this shit. What are we doing now? So we're bullish on the hourly. 4 hour won't have broken structure. 4 hours still massively bearish. So ideally we want to see a big push down here, which we do get, and we do get a retracement actually, but that's too late. What is that, 5 PM? Yeah. Otherwise that would look quite nice. So we're now coming into the 10th. We potentially might have broken structure to the upside on the 4 if this candle closes up here. What's the yeah, so we'll see. But it looks like price might be going without us here. That's exactly what it's done. Potentially there could have been something here. Let's have a little look at this. I know it's already happened, but potentially we might have missed something. So we've had a big push up, not all the way from London actually, so we'd pull that down from there. And we have had a tap. We potentially might have missed a trade here, guys. Potentially might have missed a trade here. I mean, you guys know that when we see these energetic moves up here, we pull the fib out from London's move, London's energetic push up. And I mean, I don't know if that's news. Yeah, it's 12:30 news, to be fair. So we probably wouldn't have taken this trade anyway. But it's textbook, you know, we tap into the fib. It's just more proof how common this actually works and plays out. That would have been the inversion there, and it would have run straight to TP. But yeah, with news at 12:30 making that much of an impact, it's always a bit risky trading after news, just because news can still affect the market for multiple hours after it's had its run up and down. So yeah, we would have stayed out of that, which is good, because that would have been annoying missing a trade for the series. So let's continue on this search and hunt for some serious bits of trades. We're looking for buys here. That's a nice sweep by the looks of things. 4 hour time frames. Do I even need to say anything? We'll come down to 1 minute here. What time is it? Just before Frankfurt. Let's see if we get a retracement. Looks like we could be getting a retracement here. Let's see how this goes. This could be a potential here. Don't go without us. Don't go without us. Oh, that is painful to watch, boys and girls. That is fucking painful to watch. I don't even want to chase price too much because it's already hit where we would be looking to target. Yeah, it's just going without us. Wow, that is that is too painful, and I'm not going to be chasing price. I'm not going to be chucking my fib up there, or am I? Let's evaluate where we are in the markets. Okay, this does actually look really nice. We've got a 1 hour imbalance here, which price is looking like it could potentially tap into. The 4 hour is looking good as well. I mean, we're majorly bullish. We've tapped into a bearish 4 hour imbalance here, but this looks nice. So we will look to actually see if we get an inversion first. If we trade a little bit lower, that would be nice because we do have that 1 hour imbalance just below. Okay, so that would have been entry there. That would have been entry there. 1 minute inversion just there. We would put stops below here at about 175, which is about, oh, that's a humongous stop loss. Okay, maybe not. That is a 500 handle stop loss. So we will avoid that trade. I didn't realize how big this move was. That's another thing which to take into consideration. Sometimes these moves are bigger than you actually think they are, and you need to look at the handles and the pips on the right, because you look at these moves normally, you know, they're tiny compared to this, and that would have been a 500 handle stop loss, meaning it would have been almost 100 pips to TP, which realistically in a few hours is a very, very unlikely. So we would steer clear of that for that reason. I didn't quite realize how big this move was to be having a 500 handle stop loss, but we'll see what it would have done. It would have likely gone up. What are we getting here? Okay, it looks like we could be getting a retracement early in New York. Potentially we could have something here. It wasn't London that had the impulsive move up. If London had that nice move up, then it would have been nice and we could have pulled the fib out, but this is mainly just Asia. You know, up till 6 a.m. this move here is just Asia, and then before London's even opened, it's continued to rise. And since London, it hasn't really pushed up, so we won't be pulling the fib out there. Really. Although you can see it did react off the fib of that whole move, but personally we wouldn't have been taking that. But that would have been a nice trade, to be fair. That would have been a really nice trade. But yeah, we don't really want to be pulling the fib out just from a energetic Asian move. Ideally, we want it to be energetic from London, like this potentially. Like that. Really nice move in London. You can see we've had a really nice push up here. Let's see if we tap into the fib. Oh, we're just short of it. Oh, don't go without us now. Okay, we've had a tap. Ideally, we want to see, what time are we? 1:30, that's fine. Ideally, we want to see both of these imbalances inversed. So we'll see if we get that. Potentially next candle, no. There we go, there's our inversion. So, entry there. Stops, how big are stops this time? Still quite a large stop loss. But I'm liking the energetic moves, to be honest. And I'm happy to take this trade. So we can see here, compared to the last move, this is predominantly a London session move. And we've simply tapped into the fib of that London session move. And ultimately, New York, we're looking to create a higher low, in the markets. Let's have a look at the hourly. Hourly should be looking quite nice. Yep, so we've got an imbalance which we've just filled here on the hourly as well, and reacting from, which we've seen with our 1 minute inversion. So yeah, this does look really nice. Let's see how it plays out. We need to remember to enter it before I forget. Place order. 1% risk. Yes, yes, yes. All good. All right, let's see how this one plays out. Had a nice initial move. You know, we came down into this sort of area. Obviously, tapped back into the hourly imbalance. We'll see how this goes from now. At about 9:30 p.m. we will pull out. Where's 9:30? Here. Just past it, actually. Yeah, about here we'd be pulling out of that. So we'll take out our position just above break even. So it's not the worst trade. We can see that we were resisting from this overall area. But, you know, overall we would be pulling out before about 9:30. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware, at 10 p.m. there is massive spreads because obviously London and New York are closing. And it's basically a changeover into Sydney and Asia session. So there is massive spreads in that. So that is something that we want to avoid. So we'll take out of that position there. 100% of our position. So it's very, very minor. $200. Save that. So we will exit that. Overall, though, you know, we're up 14.2% in 3.5 months now. So it's looking promising. Looking extremely promising. Let's continue with our journey, boys and girls. Sorry. Boys and girls. Alright. Let's go. Moving on to the 16th. Looking for buys again. Nothing's really giving me interest here. It looks like we're having a slight push down here. Let's see if the 4 hour is also bearish. I highly doubt it. It's not. Virus and anti-theft. Go away. No, nothing there. 1 hour is bearish right now. 1 hour is now bullish. But it's too late to trade. So we're now looking for buys again. Can we get a sweep? It looks like we can. Oh, piss off. What are these candles, by the way? What the flip? What the hell is that? Is that a glitch? I don't know, but that's not something I want to be trading. I don't know what's happened there. Alright, nice push up there on the 20th. Really nice, wow. Alright, for some reason my computer restarted there, so we are back. I don't know what happened there, it was glitching all over the place, but we are back. So we recently had this big push up here. Hang on, sorry. Yeah, we recently had this big push up here. We are on the 21st, I believe. Yeah, we're on the 21st. So we'll see what happens here. Doesn't look like anything's happening. Moving sideways. Yeah, terrible. Again, we want a sweep of Asia low. Can we get it? We do in London session. Let's see if in New York session. Sorry, just before New York anyway. Do we get a 1 minute break? Yes, we do. So we've had broken structure to the upside here now. What time of day are we? Oh, we're not even in New York yet. I don't know why this is showing as New York. Let's see if we can get a tap into the fib. Let's pull this out now. Okay, we've had a tap. A nice tap as well, actually, because you can see that we've rejected straight away from there. Okay, so that would be an entry there. Let's try out this. This would be a very tight stop, actually. This could be a very, very quick trade in either direction. So we've got everything we need here. Are we in an uptrend on the hourly? Let's just double check that. It's a bit messy. What's the 4 hour saying? If we've got a nice... Okay, we are in a 4 hour imbalance here. And you can see that we're majorly bullish. I think we'll take this. You know, we've got a lot of leverage behind us now. You know, we're up 14%. And ultimately, this is textbook. You know, we've swept London with New York. We've broken structure to the upside. We've retraced. And we've now had a 1 minute inversion here. So, yes, the 1 hour time frame is a little bit all over the shop. But... you know, I think this is worth taking personally. So let's take this trade. Let's place this bad boy. Alright, let's go. Wow. And it hit. what, like, every single trade. This is like a gold mine. This is actually a gold mine. Like, these trades aren't common. We haven't taken many trades over almost 4 months now. But, yeah, it's beautiful. Like, that is textbook. And that's hit take profit within half an hour. That is hit take profit in half an hour. No. From 42 to 59. Literally 15 minutes, that's hit take profit. So that's 2% in 15 minutes. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Well, what a trade. Like, that's all I really need to say there. Unbelievably good trade. Very quick. In and out. Just what we want to see. Very nice. Let's move on. I'll try and get through these episodes as quick as possible. I don't want it to be boring. I want you guys to be enjoying watching this and learning a lot as well. Can we get a sweep here? Are we bearish now on the 4 hour? I would say so, although we've had a massive rejection to the upside. What's the hourly saying? Hourly is definitely bearish. We want a 1 minute time frame. Break of structure. We are 7 AM. Okay, we've had a break of structure here. Now, I don't think we tapped in, hopefully. No, we didn't. Okay, let's see if we get a tap in here. Is that news? 8:30, that is news. Straight after news is a little bit risky. We'll have a look to see how the higher time frames are doing if we do get any sort of entry here. Doesn't look like we're going to get an entry, to be honest. No, nothing there. That's why trading after news can be tricky, because you can see that news has basically sent price straight up. And after that, we've just completely changed the direction that we're trading. So it's probably important to just avoid that day, I would say. So we will just avoid that. Moving on to the 24th. Let's see if we can catch a potential sell here. 4 hour time frame. What is that saying? Nice, we're in this 4 hour imbalance now. Hourly, just swept. Let's have a look, see if we get any sort of break of structure to the downside. We're trending upwards at the moment. Nothing really yet. Okay, we've had a break there. Let's just double check the hourly that we haven't broken structure to the upside. Technically we have. What's the 4 hour saying? I'm guessing we've inversed that 4 hour imbalance as well now. Yeah, so honestly I'd say that we would avoid that as well. You know, the hourly's broken structure to the upside technically. The 4 hour has inversed that 4 hour imbalance. You know, that's not looking the best when we're looking to enter a sell. So let's see. Yeah, it would have ran straight through anyway. I mean, it might not have even given us an entry, to be honest, with an inverse. But we will skip that day. Most definitely. Moving on to the next day. We're now looking bullish as well, which is good. Let's see if we can look for buys. So 4 hour. We've broken structure to the upside here. We've had this candle closure above. So we are bullish now. We've got a 4 hour imbalance here as well, which is nice. We've got the hourly, which broke structure to the upside and is now looking to trade within this fib range here of this move here. So we're in this sort of area, which is good. We want to be rejecting from this sort of area. So let's have a look at the 1 minute, sorry, now. See if we get anything that interests us. What is it, 6 AM? Nice push. Very nice push. Let's see if we continue to have that nice push. We do. Potentially we could look for a fib tap here, guys. Potentially we could look for a fib tap here. You know, we're bullish on the higher time frames. So let's see if we can get that tap into the fib. Has that tapped already? No, it hasn't. Now we're in. We're in the fib range now, which is good. Let's see if we can get any sort of entry here. Do it. Inverse right there. Bang. Straight on the money. On the fucking money. Sorry, excuse my language if you're... 418 anyway, but yeah. 2 risk to reward, bang. Let's fucking get another winner then, eh? Let's get another winner. Surely, it can't go on like this, can it? It can, and it will. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Fucking hell. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's on a buy limit. Fuck. Fuck, I put the entry price just below where price was. Let's hope it comes back down. Tap me in, tap me in, tap me in. There we go. Okay, we're in the trade, we're in the trade. Alright. Don't go down too far though. Like, don't take the piss, do you know what I mean? Okay, nice move, nice move. Was that news? No, 1020. Very nice. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Do I even need to say anything anymore? Like, this is actually a joke. This is actually a joke. Also, for my stop loss, I don't think I actually touched on why I put my stop loss here and not below liquidity. So, as I was talking about before, if your stop loss is over 200 handles, you want to be putting it really below 0.78. Because price should respect this area. Ideally, we want trades where we can put stop loss below liquidity. That is the ideal. You know, it's less risk behind it. But if we put stop loss all the way down here, our stop loss was going to be almost 300 handles. So, you know, you've got to think logically, realistically, are we going to be moving that much in the market? Are we looking? We want to be in and out of a trade as quick as possible. Really, that's the best way I can say it. Really, so that is why stop loss was placed there for this trade. But another great trade. So let's continue this episode. We haven't got much longer left actually. What are we on? 25th now. 25th. Lovely trade though. What are we on now? Monday, 28th. We're sort of moving sideways here. We need to see a big move like that, really. Okay, this gives us hope for the 29th. Let's put it that way. When we see moves like this, it just basically gives us hope for the next day. So we just need to hope now that we get what we want to see. Essentially. Let's see. Do we get a push up? Not really. Sort of just moving sideways. We do need a sweep of Asia, really. We either need a big push up or a sweep of Asia. I mean, I'm sure you guys know what we're looking for now. Is that a sweep? Not quite. That's definitely a sweep. Okay, let's see if we get any sort of break of structure here. Oh, have we just missed an entry there? Have we just missed an entry there? Shit. Potentially we might have missed an entry here, boys and girls. We're going to have to enter a slightly higher to account for that. Let's see if it tapped in. Yeah, it did tap into the fib as well. So we had that break of structure to the upside. We had a retracement and we've already had the inverse. Oh, no, wait. It would have been this candle. We stopped it perfectly. It would have been this candle. Oh, perfect. Let's make sure it's not a buy limit. This looks good. We'll put stops about there. We've got a bit of room for breathing room, but this is what I mean. So this is just over 100 handle stop loss, and you can see it's much closer, but we're putting stop loss in the correct position below liquidity. That is textbook. That is what we want to see, okay? Essentially. And we target a fixed 2 risk to reward, and let's enter this trade. Let's enter this trade. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's some heavy drawdown. Okay. Okay. I was actually expecting to hit stop loss then, I can't lie. I thought surely we can't hit another one. Could this next click be a TP? Oh my god, is that news? That's 2 o'clock news, but regardless, we would have taken out about 1.5 our profit. So, regardless, we're making money there. I mean, this 1 minute strategy is kind of blowing me away, to be honest. We're up 20%. We're up 20% in 4 months. That's 5% a month, which is amazing. I mean, that is unbelievable. it's matching the results and the data from the 5 minute. So it just goes to show, so far the 1 minute and the 5 minute are pretty much even. So yeah, this is amazing. We're due a losing month, that's for sure. I mean, this isn't the end of April actually. Let's continue. How many more days have we got? We've got one more day. One more day. And we're moving sideways. And we've broken structure to the downside on the hourly. And I'm guessing the 4 hour is bullish. Yes. So we would be avoiding that day anyway. Alright. Let's have a look at the analytics and finish the episode. Because, wow. Look at that. 76% win rate. 17 trades. 13 wins. 4 losses. That's honestly crazy. Honestly unbelievable. So again, we still haven't taken a trade on Thursday, which is very interesting. I always find it interesting to see results like that. And to think out of all of the days, Thursday. Let's have a look at our performance by month. Yeah, I mean, March and April have been absolutely outstanding. We had a slow start to the year with 4 and 1% gains, but, you know, profit's profit. And now we're on 7 and 8%. It's just, I mean, look at this for a month. 100% win rate again. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. I will see you in the next episode, probably uploaded next week at some point. And that will be running through May. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment of any episodes that you want to see in the future. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any more episodes. Sweet boys. See you in a bit.